Okay, so I am teaching at Antipolo Elementary School. It is a primary school in the Philippines. So it's okay. Enough for this introduction. I think we need to move forward. So we will the next slide, please. So teacher Wikimedians are ambassadors for free knowledge creation, dissemination, and promotion in the academy. I think that teachers are in the best position to educate the young minds about building and sharing one of the most important commodity that we have, which is knowledge. So Wikimedians in the academy are not just ambassadors. I think that we are catalysts for change. And the best place to instill the idea of free knowledge is in schools and in universities.
I actually agree with this one. The teachers should lead and promote free access to knowledge as we play vital role in learners' holistic development. So as a teacher Wikipedian, I have started introducing Wikipedia in the classroom. Currently, I'm teaching 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. So I encourage my students to research and to use Wikipedia as one of the resources, and I'm very happy that they were able to maximize it. And then during one of their presentations, they were able to research for some of the authors using the Bipo Wikipedia and Tagalog Wikipedia, which we are currently working on.
Next slide. The classroom and faculty rooms serve as venues flagged by misconceptions and apprehensions about open educational resources. And in the Philippines, Wikipedia, doesn't have that reputation, good reputation, but through the Wikipedians in the community, we are able to correct those misconceptions. So based on my long experience in conducting advocacy projects and outreach activities in the academy, perspectives do change. That is why we need to increase our presence in the academy. So we need more teacher Wikipedians.
Actually, same with Irving, before teachers were still hesitant in using open educational resources because for them it's unreliable. But when I introduce them to Wikimedia projects, they see the advantage and benefits of using OERs. I understand, Mampet. I actually have experienced the same thing. Being one of the panelists for the final defense of the students, some of the teachers would say that Wikipedia is unreliable because anybody can edit it. So I say, why not let the teachers join us, teach them how we do it, so we can check the veracity, the reliability of the sources ourselves, because we are educators. So we know what we're talking about. So if there's any error about the articles or there are any gaps, we can actually fill it because we are adept to what we are writing. Thank you. Okay, so Wiki education in the Philippines. So we, the Filipino community, formalize our education program under Wiki Education Philippines or Wiki Edu PH. So we created 2 organizations for high school students and a professional club for teachers. So activities conducted are aligned to the mission and vision of Wikimedia movement with the help of coordinators. So we conducted education-related activities and projects like learning camps, training, seminar, workshops, and even conferences. Okay, before, actually, we've been doing more on just advocacy for different campaigns in education, but last year, we had formalized our program and created this group, so who are focused on implementing and creating content in Wikimedia projects. So we have first the Wiki Club Minalaba. It's a professional club of primary teachers. Now they are officially called Alliance for Open Education Collaboration Incorporated. We have the Cararayan National High School Wiki Club. So they are composed of students, senior high school students, and teachers. So they have already this set of officers who will lead it and implementing on all activities. And last, we have the CBSUA Wiki Education. It is another program. And this club is composed of students and teachers in university. So they integrate Wikimedia in their instruction and research.
So we can utilize the free contents on Wikimedia in different ways. So in this example, so these are different examples wherein we can use the Wikimedia contents, the photos, and the articles. Okay, next slide. So in this example, free license images are used in this module. So this particular photo here in circle, this is me in 2014. So this free license photo is used in this lesson in viewing material. Next slide. Next slide. So, during the pandemic, the Department of Education utilized self-learning modules, and we are happy to know that the Department of Education utilized content on Wikipedia before they do not use our content. Okay, next slide. So this is one of my video lessons wherein I utilize the different articles on Wikipedia, not just in Wikipedia, but in different projects. So here, use as an example in factual text, a recipe from Wikibooks, and there's another one, a biography from Wikipedia, and then the last one is a Wikicap campaign on Meta, as an example. So in literary text, I use a digitized fable from Wikisource. And the last one, this is an article on a local dish from Wikipedia, as an example. So here in science in grade 10, so we have here contributed photos from Wikimedia Commons used as examples in the lesson plate tectonics. So interestingly, my contributed photo as Wikiloud's Earth Philippines was utilized in this module, right? And several other photographs were used in this particular lesson. Thank you. Next slide. So here in the 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world, you see a content from Wikipedia that was used to introduce the subject matter. Okay, next slide. And here are local writers featured in the lesson. Okay. And the content on Wikipedia are are uh, are credited in the modules. So here are other examples in philosophy. Okay. So we can utilize in our lesson the content on different Wikimedia projects. We only need to be creative. Okay. So here are the students of Maria Glenda presenting in their 21st century uh, literature class. Okay. And here are my colleagues. They are presenting their outputs during one of our in-service training on how to use the content on Wikimedia in lessons, in activity sheets, and the daily lesson plans. Okay, so we first introduced Wikipedia in the academic back in 2008. I was still an instructor in college then, so that was the first time that I introduced Wikipedia to my students. So Philippine community started their outreach activities in public school in 2015 in Minalapa, where I teach. So in 2021, Philwiki was among the three affiliates who piloted the reading Wikipedia in the classroom. So here, this is during our online in-service trainings where I promoted the reading Wikipedia in the classroom. And we also distributed modules produced by the Wikimedia Foundation. Okay, at the Department of Education. So we formed a wiki club, that is Wiki Club Minalabak, and now we formalized it as the Alliance for Open Education Collaboration. Okay, just to review the formation of the Alliance for Education Open Education Collaboration, we started back in 2015 where we distributed offline DVD among 25 elementary schools. So during the pandemic, we had this rigorous art painting, mural painting activity, and the dissemination of reading Wikipedia in the classroom teachers' guides. And currently, we were doing the in-service trainings where we incorporate the our campaigns and others. And we also invite our members to join Wikipedia Day celebrations, wiki conferences, and the most recent conferences that we had is the Wikicommons PA's conference.
All right, so as an English teacher, I sometimes get invited to become one of the panelists for the final defense for practical research students. So my main focus is on checking the grammar and then the proper citation, like the APA format. So one of our projects where I was invited and Irvin was also invited is in Pararay National High School. Those are grade 11, grade 12 students. And then after that, we were able to establish a wiki club. We're very delighted that they enjoyed the activities. We tried to make it as fun as possible and then be creative with it. And then after that, it was followed by a wiki camp, in a mini wiki camp here down below. So hopefully we will be able to adapt that into other schools because us three were from different schools and the other teachers are also from different schools throughout the region. Yeah, that's the seminar workshop on writing a research paper. The theme was Wikipedia Unlocked, navigating, validating, and citing information for practical research. Yeah. So one of the topics was looking for relevant materials, which was discussed by Irvin, and then I discussed the APA format and proper citation, the reference, and sort of that. Yes. So those were some of the activities, and then Marife over here, beside me is the chairperson of Wiki Education. Okay, so as teachers, we need to innovate or be creative enough in our activities or go beyond the four corners of our classroom. So we have this Wiki Quest, the journey, the world of wikis. So here, if you have a large number of learners, you can group them around 3 to 5 groups. So the aim of this activity is to complete a set of tasks related to wiki collaboration by exploring the open educational resources and getting familiarized with some of the basic actions in contributing to the project. So I have here, for example, that one, Fix It. So participants may randomly choose an article in English or Tagalog or even in Bicol and fix a grammatical or spelling errors. Okay, next slide. Another one is Transcribe It. This one is more a Bicol source, so the participants may randomly choose one page on Bicol source, which they must proofread or correct some errors. Next. This one is identify it. So participants must identify all of the logos from Wikimedia projects and their symbol or purpose. That's part of the documentation. So categorize, I asked them to categorize the images and Wikimedia commons. That's the best part actually. The screening time. You know, teenagers, they love the to hang around. So we rented a video kit and then asked them to give them time to play and to have fun in the swimming pool. Next slide, please.
So just a review, the CNH's Week Law was formed not just over a year, but it's actually started from 2014 to 20 started from 2014. Teachers from Carolina National High School participated in different activities of the community, we call Wikipedia community. So during the pandemic, some of the teachers participated in different campaigns like Wiki Lobster, Wiki Loves Monuments. So now we are having seminar workshops on in writing paper, research paper led by senior high school students and also the Wiki camp. And we love to do this. We would like to do this the following school year. Okay. So now for our third Wiki club, this is the Central Bicol State University of Agriculture. They took a pioneering step by organizing an education program which focused on integrating Wikimedia in instruction, research, extension, and production services in collaboration with PhilWiki and the Bicol Wiki community. So here is one of their extracurricular activities during their literary festival held last month. They integrated translation. So the participants translated articles, and also there's also another category wherein the participant created or started an article. So they focus on the local colors. So they focus on their local knowledge. So here it is the rubrics where we use this in judging the entries. Okay, next slide. So this is Jerome Hippolyton, our coordinator at the university. So here is its class in research, and he required his students to complete the module. So we have a Wikimedia module on the Wikimedia dashboard. So he asked his students to complete those modules before they could complete the academic requirements. So the CBSJ Wiki Education actually started back in 2012, where students and faculty members from the university they've been joining our activities. So during the pandemic, we had the tutorials, the taking activities, and other campaigns. So now, just last year, we started the Wiki Education program at CBHQA last October 2023, and recently the Lit test. Okay. Now for the outcomes.
Yes, my project is focused on women and improving the representation of women in Wikipedia articles because majority of our members in the Wiki community are women. So we decided to create Wiki Women Philippines. So this is the impact of our activities. It's a long journey, but we started documenting it since 2019 to 2024. So we use the dashboard here. And so we were able to create these things. There were 6 programs up. There were 56 editors. And then we were able to made a total impact from MAFEX projects. 860,000 words added, 362,000 article views, 1.68,000 articles edited, and articles created were 1.18,000. So, and then this one, this is my project. I've been able to organize 2 projects. The one is November last year, and the other one is recently concluded last April this year. So we were able to create a total of 198 articles last year and then 346 articles this year. So we try to add as much as we can, and by the end of the program, last year we were able to recruit 6 teachers, women participants, and then this year we were able to recruit 2, and then there are more teacher educators who are still interested. So by the end of May, we will be expecting 3 more teachers to join us.
Here are some of our earlier activities during the Wikicap. No, these are the results in our Wikicap campaign, and in our Wiki tutorial in 2018, and during the Bicol Wiki conference, where most of the attendees are teachers, and this is the ongoing CBSUA Wiki Education Program. It started in October and will end in June this year. Oh, okay.
Abalos.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's just so impressive when you look at so many resources that have been created just from those teams. And when you know the population across the Philippines, you know how many children or students that can influence when they have access to resources. So thank you as a teacher. That's really, really impressive. Questions? Sophia, I'll come now.
Thank you for sharing your thinking about implementing the same in New Zealand is just kind of beyond my thoughts at the moment. But seeing that in the Philippines, it's almost like a reach. The one question that I really had back in my mind was, I was interested to hear your pros and cons about introducing Wikipedia, the search engine in the education system, and how you dealt with flashbacks could be from your colleagues or from parents as well. So I know that there's really been a post customs, everyone's involved when it comes to children. So I'm just quite interested to hear just how you dealt with it and what keeps you going.
Thank you for your question. It's actually very difficult to answer that. First with the pros, the positive ones were, since we are in the academy for quite a few years, we've made a lot of friends. So we actually invited some of our friends, our colleagues in the academy to join us. So, and after that, they were able to understand what we're doing, and then some decided to join us, and some didn't. But it's okay. We're still friends. Thinking about the cons, actually, it's very hard because there were a lot of struggles along the way. Part of which is that we asked for a leave of absence, and then at first, personally, I wasn't allowed but I pursued it, and then luckily I was able to get here. So we are not being paid in school, yeah, but we are passionate about what we're doing and we believe in the movement. So I said we have to go. So thank you.
It's actually quite similar to Sophia's question, but I saw that you have implemented Wikipedia in a university, as I saw on the slides. I was just curious as to how that was received by professors in the university, because I've actually had discussions with professors at my own university and been very against Wikipedia as a source in any kind of way. So I'm just curious as to how that was received with the education board or anybody in the university.
After a very long time, we have finally found one university administrator who really believes in our mission and vision. So we were very thankful that finally there's someone who really captured what the essence of Wikimedia. So it also helps that you have a lot of friends in the academy, so you can convince them to your personal. You can convince them in person. So having a personality, having personal networks in the academy really helped. Because you don't have to really convince them.
Thanks for your presentation. I'm also from New Zealand. What I just want to hear a little bit about what the teachers got out of it, what you got out of it, like what you enjoyed, what kind of like filled you up in the project.
Our motivation is that see our goal to give free access to knowledge. So that's our motivation in promoting Wikipedia in the classroom. In my case, as a teacher, I always like to learn new things. And that's also one of the things I want my students to also learn. I want them to explore. Unfortunately, we came from a poor province. You know, Philippines is a third world country, so most of our students are quite poor. They don't have access to, you know, these kinds of things, and even computers were very scarce. I mean, we only have a few. So we try to the best of our abilities to, you know, bring it down to them as easily as possible. So instead of having them use the computers, if it's not enough, we try to be creative. So we actually bought our own projector, you know, laptops and everything. And sometimes we also have to pay for the Wi-Fi. Okay. The Wi-Fi in the Philippines is too slow. If you happen to be in the Philippines, you know what I mean.
My motivation, I actually a language advocate more than being a teacher. So I use Wikipedia as a platform to promote people. So that's my mother language. So basically, I love what I do. So it doesn't stop. So teachers are.
It's a noble profession.
So
Any other questions?
So my question is, as a teacher, how do you attract the students to participate in your programs, especially primary school students?
currently, we don't have the education program for primary school pupils. Currently, we have for senior high school and college students. But in my case, I encourage my fellow primary school teachers in
So how do you attract them to join the programs?
So they are actually really curious why we do this. So they are right now they are watching us. So they also want the experience of what is it to be a contributor, to be okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Sorry if I'm asking you a quick question because I just like have to move around between the rooms, but my question is kind of like what other than the technical issues, I know you guys are a developing country while like Korea or Australia, those are the advanced ones. So other than technical problems, what's kind of most challenging to organize and like how can I bound the schools that you partner with? Yes, so especially I just want to know that how the schools are being attracted. I mean, not the students, the school or teachers.
Yeah, we start in our own school. So we start with our own circle of friends who are also teachers. So through that, that is an easier way instead of going to a random school and then teach on Wikimedia.
I think that might be the story for a lot of education programs in other places too, that it starts with people that you already know, you said, you know, they know you, so they trust the program. But I think that's a challenge for us in the next few days to think about in our countries. We've got these programs, how do we grow to the next level where it's a bigger conversation, and how can we share things? So that was going to be my question, if no one else has one. Where do all your great resources live, and how could anyone else, because we teach in English, and those resources look like they will be useful to our schools as well. Are they in, do you have a website for them, or?
That's actually something we haven't pursued yet, but you gave us an idea. So probably we can incorporate it as part of the innovative research of our students, because we are teaching practical research 1, 2, there's actually some part of it within they are supposed to make an innovation. So some of our students, like in our school where I am teaching, my students in programming are actually creating websites. So actually, maybe that's a good idea that I can bring up to them and to the teachers as well, teaching program. May I just add to Young Jin's question earlier? You were asking how we talk to the schools, right? To the administrators. So we made a lot of letters. When I mean letters, very a lot. It was this is a product of very long 10 years in the making. Film really started in 2015, right? So we were just able to have this last year. So it's a very long process. We also connected with the LGU, the local government unit, and then we are thankful that our mayor is somewhat, open-minded and supportive. What we did is we showed him that we made an article about him in Wikipedia, in our own language. And then we invited him actually to attend the oath taking of the board members. So that's where we had a conversation, and then the rest is history. And when it comes to the administrators, we practically reach out to as much people as we
Ken?
Yeah, I would like to add. I actually wrote an article about one of the professors at CBSUA, and the university administrator was very surprised to know that one of these professors are, on Wikimedia. So perhaps that is part of their interest. Just like in our partner LGU, so our city mayor is very delighted that he is on Wikimedia. So I think that's one way that ties the interest.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And could you all thank Africa, Maria and Urban for getting us started in this? Thank you.